Good afternoon to everyone. Very shortly, I just want to emphasize one specific aspect of the things that we are committed to promote, which is the BDS program, as you know, a human rights coalition which works toward the boycott, divestment and sanctions. Martin already spoke about one of the main aims, which has to do with the suspension of the association agreement between EU and Israel, but there are also other objectives which I think we need to take on board and to reinforce and to make part of it. We need to guarantee that in this situation of occupying territories of apartheid, we need to guarantee that Palestine has also the right to have a South African moment, in the sense that it's not only the association agreement, but also a full military embargo. We cannot forget that a lot of research and investment is done in order to develop new arms, new weapons. We cannot forget how people in Palestine, mainly in the Gaza Strip, is being used as experiment to test these new weapons which are being developed. But also because in peacemaking processes, we shouldn't sell arms to conflict zones, and that's something which unfortunately still happens. And an additional thing is to ban all the products produced under the occupied territories. And banning is not labeling, as the European Union seems to be more interested in doing, is really ban all the products which have some connection with it. Finally, over the negotiations for Horizon 2020, GUE-NGL table amendments in order to forbid the use of public funds, European funds, in cooperation with institutions which are in the occupied territories. And it means Golan Heights, Gaza Strip, West Bank, including Jerusalem. There were some guidelines published by the European Commission in July 2013, and unfortunately, in November 2013, the European Commission, together with the Israeli government, started to develop a new cooperation system trying to avoid this. In the moment it was introduced with a legally binding character in the Horizon 2020, we need to guarantee that no public money, no EU public money goes directly to these corporations, because we need, as I said, to guarantee that Palestine has a South Africa moment, which means full isolation in all fields. Otherwise, this process will not have a solution. I'd just like to add very briefly, the association agreement between EU and Israel was never put into practice in the terms it was defined. It was always an exception situation. And if it would happen with any other country, probably it wouldn't be accepted at European level. But in the case of Israel, even that we never, in practice, an association agreement which fulfills what is written in each and every article, it means nothing, and it has to mean something at some point. It couldn't be just dead words in a blank paper. It has to mean something, and if it doesn't mean nothing, the fact that we had 7 wars in such a short period of time, it doesn't mean nothing what happens in Gaza recently for the association agreement. So it's better to the European institutions just to say that all the things which were approved concerning the occupied territories and the non-recognition of it, and also the exceptions which have been accepted, they are the rule and not the exception. So we want to make it the rule, and if it is to be the rule, is as it is written and not as it is being dealt with in practice, and that's the problem. The association agreement, as it is written, never went to practice between the EU and Israel.